There are portals that open in the sky, and there are portals that open within us. Today, as the universe moves in sacred alignment, a quiet and powerful portal reveals itself, the Lion's Gate, the 8-8. This is more than a cosmic event. It is an inner invitation, a gentle call for you to return to your center, the center of your strength, the center of your truth, the center of your light. Nothing needs to be forced. All you need right now is to allow. Allow this energy to reach you. Allow old resistance to dissolve. Allow what is rightfully yours to bloom. Breathe with presence. The August 8th portal is already active within you. It doesn't ask for rush. It asks for presence. You are not here to fit into molds that silence your soul. You are here to remember the power you carry, to align with your truest nature, and to let the universe follow the rhythm of your rebirth. Now, if you're ready to receive, whisper gently within. I open to my truth. I align with the energy of this portal. I allow the light to reveal what is ready to bloom in me. The energy of the 8-8 portal is already moving through you. You don't have to rush. You don't have to figure it all out. Just be here, present with your heart, open with your soul, because what is being activated now goes beyond words. It is vibration, it is truth, it is light. If this moment feels aligned with what your soul needed today, like this video to anchor the energy within you. Comment below, I activate my inner power. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this space is your home. A sacred return for those who are ready to remember who they truly are. Now, allow yourself to receive. The words you're about to hear are not just phrases, they are frequencies. Feel each affirmation as a key turning within you, unlocking forgotten portals, awakening ancient strength, reminding your heart where it came from. I allow the light of the 8-8 portal to move through every layer of my being, revealing what is ready to emerge in me. There's no need to hide anymore. The truth of my soul is safe now. I am the space where the new can unfold. Everything that was blocked begins to move. Everything that was asleep begins to awaken. Today, I align with the frequency of courage. The kind that doesn't push, but supports. The strength that doesn't control, but shines. The power that doesn't dominate, but gently guides. The energy of this portal shows me what I couldn't see before. And I receive it all with humility, trusting it is preparing me for my next level. I now release the versions of me that were shaped by fear, by doubt, by the need for acceptance. And I welcome, with love, the version that rises from my highest essence. I am not becoming someone new. I am remembering who I truly am. And in this remembrance, everything true flows with ease. I walk toward the unknown with confidence, because where there is truth, there is a way. Where there is surrender, there is direction. I am worthy of my own light. And with every step I take toward my truth, the universe responds with precision and love. Everything that no longer resonates with who I am becoming begins to gently fade away. And I don't resist. I accept. I let it go. The 8 to 8 portal reminds me that there's no more space for what suffocates my soul. I now choose spaces, words, decisions, and paths that support who I truly am. The energy moving through me right now dissolves old layers of fear. And where there once was doubt, there is now clarity. Where there once was weariness, there is now purpose. My energy is shifting, and I allow myself to move through this transformation with grace. I trust the wisdom of time and the wisdom of my soul. Even if I can't see everything clearly yet, I know I am being divinely guided. Nothing is missing in this moment, because everything essential is being activated within me, silently, deeply, and truthfully. I open fully to the energy of the 8 to 8 portal, not as someone waiting for something outside, but as someone who knows that the greatest activation happens within. What I was searching for out there, I now rediscover in the quiet of my being. I'm in no rush to arrive. I'm at peace with the rhythm of my own expansion. Each step I take is aligned with something greater than what I can yet see. And even without knowing all the details, I trust the path that's unfolding before me. The old version of me no longer needs to protect me. Today, I walk forward without the masks that once dimmed my light. I no longer need to prove my worth or explain myself to feel true. I simply am, and that is enough. The light of this portal dissolves beliefs that once felt solid. I release the idea that I need control to feel safe. My safety now comes from presence, from clarity, from being connected to what lives inside of me. I honor the cycles that are ending, and I thank each one of them. But I don't cling to the past. I move forward with an open heart and eyes focused on what pulses in the now. I give myself permission to change, to grow, to choose differently, because evolving is natural, and resisting my growth is resisting my soul. In this moment, everything within me aligns with the frequency of a new beginning, and I receive this new version of life with love, with maturity, with presence. I let go of the need to be understood by everyone. Not everything true within me will be instantly recognized. And still, I remain steady, anchored in my authenticity, because my soul didn't come here to please. It came to expand. The energy of the 8 to 8 portal reminds me that freedom begins within. When I stop judging myself, comparing myself, and shrinking to fit. Today, I allow myself to be big, to be intense, to be whole, unafraid to take up the space that is rightfully mine. Silence becomes sacred when I stop being distracted by the outer noise. It's in the silence that I receive answers, visions, and divine intuition. It's where I find clarity again and remember who I truly am. In this very moment, I align with my highest truth, and whatever doesn't resonate with that frequency naturally fades away. I no longer force anything to stay. What is real remains. What is light blooms. I welcome my own presence with tenderness, I do not abandon myself. I do not rush myself. I honor my rhythm. As someone who lovingly nurtures a sacred seed, and I trust what I'm cultivating in silence will blossom in perfect time. Every cell in my body recognizes this moment as a new beginning. I feel it. I know it. I receive it. What arrives now carries purpose, and I am ready to live with truth, with courage, with soul. I recognize this moment in my life as sacred, even if it appears quiet on the outside. Within me there is movement. There is light. There is transformation. The 8 to 8 portal does not reveal itself with noise. It reveals itself in the subtle ways I am shifting, without drama, but with depth. Today, I stop explaining myself to be accepted. I stop bending to feel included. My integrity is worth more than any forced belonging, and what is aligned with me will find me naturally. I choose to treat myself with respect and gentleness. I am no longer my harshest critic. I am now my most constant presence, my truest care, my steady love. Everything passing through me today is guiding me back to my essence. Even the heaviest emotions show me where something still needs to be seen, felt, released, and I welcome it all with maturity and compassion. I no longer need to hide behind roles that don't represent me. I no longer need to follow scripts written for older versions of who I used to be. I am free to begin again. I am free to rewrite my story. With every conscious breath, I strengthen the bridge between who I was and who I am becoming. And this crossing, even in silence, is powerful. I trust this process. I honor my path. The 8 to 8 portal remains open within me, and each time I choose presence, it expands, and I become more of who I was born to be. I no longer carry the weight of stories that have already served their purpose. What has passed belongs to a time that no longer vibrates with who I am now. And though I honor what brought me here, I no longer cling to what no longer serves me. The 8 to 8 portal is a living reminder that my path can be light even when it's deep. I can grow without hurting myself. I can change without losing who I am. I can evolve without abandoning my essence. Everything blooming in me now comes from the root of truth. There is no longer space to live by the expectations of others. What is mine blooms from my center, not from someone else's approval. With each passing day, my presence becomes clearer, my vision sharper, my feelings more pure. I am learning to witness myself with greater depth, and in that, I find my strength. I don't need permission to shine. I don't need to explain why I follow what pulses loud within me. My intuition is my compass, and I trust it. In this moment, I allow my energy to reorganize itself. What is out of alignment begins to shift. What is ready to grow finally receives the space it was waiting for. I open to the new with maturity, not from lack, but from the knowing I am ready, and what flows from this point on will be a reflection of my most whole truth. I allow the energy of the 8 to 8 portal to dissolve the veils that still keep me from truly seeing who I am. I no longer want to live in halves. I choose myself fully, with all my pieces, even the ones I'm still learning to love. What I couldn't understand before is beginning to make sense now, because I'm seeing with new eyes. Eyes that have learned to look with compassion, not with judgment. Day by day, I become more responsible for my own energy. I stop blaming the world for what lives inside me, and I begin to hold my shadows with the same love I offer to my light. I am no longer a prisoner of my old reactions. I can choose differently. I can stand firm and still be gentle. I can exist in freedom without losing touch with what is sacred within me. Today, I choose to stop asking for permission to exist. I choose to stop waiting for someone to validate me before I begin to live. I am enough, and my existence is already an act of worth. The 8 to 8 portal doesn't turn me into someone better. It simply removes the layers that once pulled me away from myself. What rises now isn't something new. It's something ancient, sacred, essential, and finally free. From this moment on, I walk with more lightness, more awareness, more truth. Because anything that no longer aligns with my soul can no longer hold me. I no longer shame myself for not being perfect during the seasons when all I could do was survive. Today, I embrace my story with greater softness, and that acceptance heals what judgment never could. The energy of the 8 to 8 portal teaches me that greatness isn't about control. It's about surrender. It's about trusting that my soul knows the way, even when my mind still doubts. I stop searching for answers in others when the real questions can only be answered in the quiet of my own being. I'm learning to hear what life whispers when I stop screaming inside. And in that space of deep listening, I find peace. I no longer need to repeat old patterns just to feel safe. What once protected me now holds me back, and I thank it, but I let it go. I make space within myself to receive the new without fear. I don't need to understand everything to trust. I don't need to control everything to be at peace. The 8 to 8 portal lights a new flame within me. A steady, quiet, non-negotiable fire. A consciousness that recenters me with deeper presence, greater strength, and honest clarity. I remain in expansion. And even if my journey is silent to the outside world, it is far too sacred to be interrupted. I now recognize that my path is unique, so I stop comparing it to anyone else's. Each step I take is a commitment to my soul, not to others' expectations. And that is enough. The energy of the 8 to 8 portal reminds me I don't have to carry what isn't mine. I unlearn the habit of absorbing burdens that don't belong to me. Today, I return with love everything that was handed to me, but no longer aligns with my truth. I choose to breathe deeper, to live lighter, to feel with more presence. I no longer need to chase life. I take aligned steps, and life responds to my presence. I no longer run from myself when something challenges me. I stay. I listen. I hold space. Because I've learned that even discomfort holds sacred revelations. I no longer wait for perfect moments to allow myself to feel joy. I find beauty in the imperfect, in the pause, in the simple things. Because the miracle is in the noticing. The 8 to 8 portal expands my awareness beyond what is visible. It reconnects me with something greater, something that moves beyond logic, but resonates deep within my soul. And I receive this expansion with humility. I don't need to know what comes next to trust. I simply remain where my truth lives, and that is enough to keep me aligned. I accept that not everything needs to be resolved right now. Some healing happens in the timing of the soul, and I allow myself to walk in that rhythm, with trust and surrender. In this moment, the 8 to 8 portal still vibrates within me, not as a date in the sky, but as a living frequency pulsing in my field, guiding me with wisdom and truth. Everything I've manifested with intention, everything I've wished for with a clear heart, has already begun to move. Even if I can't see it yet, I feel it. Even if I don't understand, I receive it. I honor my evolution. I honor who I was, who I am becoming, and who I am yet to be. Every season of my story has meaning, and today I embrace them all with gratitude. Nothing outside of me defines my destiny. I am the daily choice. I am the presence that transforms. I am the love that sustains. I am the consciousness that brings light. I close this journey in peace, and I carry forward only what is true, what is needed, and what is light. What no longer belongs to me, I leave behind, and I move forward free. Because now, more than ever, I know I am the portal. I am the frequency. I am the power. Remain in silence for a few moments. Just feel. There is no rush. Allow everything that has been activated today to gently settle within you. You don't need to do anything else right now. Just trust that the energy that moved through you will continue working in your thoughts, your decisions, your choices. It will keep opening paths, dissolving blocks, and revealing new possibilities. Because when you align with your truth, the universe aligns with you. Remember, you are the portal. You are the presence that transforms. You are the light that was already ready to shine. If this journey touched your heart, like this video so this energy can reach more souls. Comment below. I am the portal. I am the power. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. This space is yours. A space of reconnection, expansion, and truth. Come back here whenever you need to remember who you are.